The Authentic Empress, and I apologize for the wait or the time. I just wanted to get some more clarity or get some messages of, I guess, the main message for the collective in entirety. So, what came out was children, heart chakra, and restrictions. So immediately I heard societal restrictions. And then we also have the courage card. And what I was getting, what spirit is showing me, because I already pulled some stuff. This is talking about changing how we lead and guide our children regarding the internet, regarding technology, regarding other forms of access, of being sociable or being social with other people, ways that are actually more harmful than good or something like that. Something about bringing back unity or togetherness, as it pertains to us being social. Like, instead of social media, this is talking about bringing back activities where the youth or people make it a norm again to do things in person. So yeah, this could be talking about learning from not just your experience, but from the lives of those around you, especially what's happening now with social media, because the energy that's coming out here, this is talking about if words could kill. This is talking about people becoming insecure, developing body dysmorphia, insecurities being projected, being conjured intentionally, being deceived by illusions around their self-concept here, around attraction, around success, because we have an upgrade here. So an upgrade away from these customs that we become used to, right? Or that's become our new norm, or that many people have conformed to. So it says a warped reflection, illusion, body dysmorphia, mirror magic, and insecure. So once again, anything with the screen, whether that's TV, a phone, anything with a reflective screen or a black screen is a portal, can be used as a portal. Things can be transmitted, sent, transferred to you, conjured within you through a fucking phone, through a device. Right, so this is talking about an emphasis on the dangers behind these things too, and with trafficking, um, or just these restrictions here, restrictions placed on the heart chakra derived from this new way of being social, which is social media, right? So this is talking about people, or something about children lacking proper empathy, or encouraging children to practice their empathy, help them understand what it is, what it looks like, how it operates. So yeah, those things. The things that those who are divine, right, those who are doing their healing work and stuff, those things or those character traits that we have, or those abilities that we have ourselves, that maybe our parents or just society or our upbringing, the people around us, they didn't really feed those things. They tried to starve it more than anything, right? Or people didn't really deem it as something of use. Let's say that, like your intuition or your inklings, or let's say a child comes to you and they feel very comfortable about somebody, and it's like, well, nothing about this individual looks like they're, harmful, this, that, and the third. This is talking about not doing that anymore, going off, what your intuition, like your first thought, right? Listening to your children, encouraging them to, I guess, encouraging them to properly understand their heart chakra, to heal this generationally. It says the heart chakra is the gateway between our higher self and our lower self. It regulates our sense of empathy for others, emotions, and compassion. Restrictions, trauma, and other ancestral trauma factors can weaken the heart chakra, creating generational patterns such as codependency, disconnection from our own emotions, and in extreme cases, ruthlessness toward others. So this is what's going on with the children. For whatever reason, the Most High is wanting us to, or wanting me to speak about this in this reading. But we got restrictions twice here. It was mentioned twice, right? So it was mentioned in the heart chakra explanation, and we also have it here by itself. And it says restrictions can range from individual restrictions such as blocked self-expression to societal restrictions such as Jim Crow and failed immigration policies. Many of our ancestors experienced a range of restrictions that manifest for us today as energy blockages, debilitated willpower, and fear of risk-taking and the unknown. This card could also indicate an ancestor was a part of creating restrictions for individuals and groups, and that karma is affecting you now. So this is talking about no longer creating these restrictions here on the generations to come, right? On our legacies. This is also talking about the being able to acknowledge how these things manifest and how it derived from. So I guess knowing how to approach it or how to properly see it so that you don't internalize it the wrong way or anything about that. Like, let's say if your child is having issues emotionally or like in their heart chakra where they're feeling blocked and they can be like acting more apathetic to things or just imbalanced in their emotions, right? So it's like the more, the deeper or better understanding you have about it, the more you can go about how you interact with them, because you can't treat everybody the same either, right? Everybody is unique and different, original in their own way. So, all right, let me read through these sticks before I grab some more. So it says, finish what you started. And we have Black Moon Lilith. It says, you will have a baby soon. Mirror magic, insecure, warp, reflection, illusion, and body dysmorphia. If words could kill. So this is also talking about the children that you're going to be having and just your way of upbringing your children because of the wisdom that you have, right? So we have little dick, loose pussy energy. Excuse me. So maybe someone with this energy here, individuals with this energy who are more who gain a lot of their worth or their self-worth from their reproductive abilities or how good their sex is, or somebody saying that they got some good pussy or some good dick or some big, I don't know, like stupid shit like that. But this is somebody with this type of energy here that could be affecting or intentionally putting out words here that kill, putting out words to target those, you know, who are still pure, who are innocent, you know, who haven't been tainted in their heart chakras yet. So just trying to create a community where they can fit in and still be relevant here. So something about this energy and the throat chakra, something about the throat chakra, because I coughed as soon as I read it. So it says, something you say will change your life. What I'm hearing too is about these artists, something about these artists under judgment right now because of the things that they say. The things that they promote onto the youth, or being inconsiderate about their lyrics or the things that they say that they're creating in this music as if children are not going to listen to it. You know, some people like to say stuff like, well, their parents should be more responsible. And you're absolutely right. Parents should be more responsible about what their children are listening to. However, society, right? Society does everything fucking possible, you know, to basically restrict the authority of the parents, right? Or place restrictions in the heart chakra amongst the children and the parents, right? So it's a lot of confusion here and imbalance, like lack of if words could kill. This is also talking about just teaching your teaching children to be more conscious and aware about words in general, like the etymology, the meaning of words, the power behind words, the fact that words have frequency. So going a little bit beyond, you know, what we were taught as it pertains to language and words, right? Instead of just the whole, like the spelling bee shit and, you know, getting the test right or spelling the words or your vocabulary test, right? This is talking about actually taking it a little bit deeper because of your wisdom and your knowledge and actually teaching these children or your children, right? So this could be somebody who already has kids. This could be somebody who's this is talking about whenever you do have kids or you're about to have children, right? But this is saying teaching, you know, deeper about words, right? The frequency that they carry, right? The etymology of it, the deeper, the origins of the word. So really helping, taking things deeper with children, right? No longer feeling like they don't have the capacity to obtain or to understand and comprehend, you know, this higher knowledge, because these children that's coming here now, these children that we have now, you know, it's like they're advancing quicker mentally, if that makes sense, or psychologically. So they're learning, they're picking up on things quicker. So it says this is an illusion, not real. Right. So this is another thing about why we have to do better with, I guess, our guidance, or our implementation of wisdom and awareness pertaining to social media, because of the illusions, right? So it says you can't see it because it's being protected, hidden. So y'all, I'm just reading the sticks that came out at the beginning before I went live. So it says two-faced head ass, mystical ass, speaking shit before it happens, sacred and rare. All right. So this is also teaching. This is also talking about instilling in the youth, the power, and I guess the desire to want to be sacred, right? Sacredness. So restoring sacredness, because, you know, in a way it's like, of course it's rare, but it's also, it gets downplayed a lot. Like a woman or a dude being sacred, like it's not just something, you know, secluded to women, like regardless. So this is talking about helping the youth see their worth in different ways, or in a more divine way, opposed to their physical appearance or their sexual performance, something like that. Or this idea of where people start to, I guess, when people start to come into themselves, or when the youth start to be to come into themselves, right? They're bombarded with so many things to try to taint their self-perception of themselves, or their self-concept, right? And a lot of times what ends up happening, right? Success is painted as something to do with your private area or something like that, or your physical appearance, your body, how, you know, how you charm with your body, or, you know, this, that, and the third. So yeah. All right. So, and then we have look at me now. Whoa. Your ideas are being stolen on social media. So obviously this is deeper than just children, but this could also have something to do with a person who works with children. They have some type of ideas or some type of project involving the youth or children here, and somebody could be trying to steal your ideas. Maybe it didn't exactly come off the ground, get off the ground yet, this, that, and the third, or it's not really something that, like, it's in its expansion phase, or like it hasn't really, like, no, I'm gonna stick with what I said. It's in its expansion phase, but what comes with that is the stuff that people don't get to see, that needs to happen too, in order for this to be manifested openly. So it's kind of like the idea of what you do in secret, the Most High will bless you openly, that type of thing. So it's not a whole lot of eyes or a whole lot of ears that know about it, but something about someone trying to steal your ideas regarding whatever this is on social media. And this could just even be being a speaker or an advocate, a youth advocate, because it says something you say will change your life. All right. And we got drowning sorrows in alcohol, sex, drugs, or other people. So this is the kind of behavior, the kind of energy that gets encouraged here or promoted. So this is talking about combating this energy through the youth. Now, you can't make no adult do a goddamn thing, but as it pertains to your children or anybody whom you have some type of influence on, right? This is talking about, you know, influencing healthy shit, any opportunity you get when you come in contact with the youth, right? So it says feeling you but ain't saying shit, lurking and stealing. They didn't understand the assignment. All right, they didn't understand the assignment. So making sure they understand how to protect themselves physically, psychologically, right? Spiritually. Most children get taught how to protect themselves physically, and that's it, right? Even with social media, how they make you know what's always been kind of weird to me, And I feel like I recently said this before, but how separation and violence and I guess us being at war with one another, it gets promoted like by our own people, or it gets promoted very heavily, like people literally fighting each other. Like I'm thinking stuff like World Star Hip Hop and different things like that. These fighting videos that it's just like a trending thing. Like people just enjoy this type of entertainment or drama, or whatever. So that's what I'm getting to. Like even myself, like growing up, when it came to defending ourselves, most of the people around me, like even in my family, we were taught to fight. Like if basically this is talking about different ways of combat too. Like there's different ways to avoid energy here, because it's not a secret that there's people who would intentionally try to stir something up with you because they're actually jealous, envious, and they actually do want to harm you for real. So I think a lot of these deaths is going on amongst the youth and stuff like that. It has a lot to do with that, right? So this is talking about teaching people that, hey, this person may be your friend for the moment, but there may come a time, it's a possibility that you will outgrow each other. When things change, when you gain stuff, when they gain stuff, right? People are subject to change. It's like the seasons, right? So this is talking about preparing them for a in a 360 way, right? But this is happening anyway, because if you already noticed, of course you still have your portion. This is going to be in every generation. You still have your portion of people who are still kind of like, like they're kind of lost, like they're not really there. But then you also have your portion of youth who are woke as fuck, they out here, on their TikToks or whatever, social medias or whatever, and they're excited to learn about the truth of things, right? Which people are more open to learn about it anyway, because they're finding out that, hey, I don't have to conform to these depressing ass fucking constructs of society, these restrictions, right? For prosperity, just to obtain prosperity here. And in the meantime, look, because we got the root chakra. In the meantime, I'm fucking collecting entity attachments, right? Through these damn relationships. Just to attain prosperity here. That's causing me restrictions in my heart chakra. All right, so this is talking about the youth. It says attacks including entity attachments include conjuring entities with specific dark purposes. That's why I said anything with a screen or a black screen or reflective screen is a portal. It can be used as a portal. Things can be done to you. Things can be sent to you. Like, this is the thing, right? Because we done made it so, we done normalized literally putting so much detail of ourselves, right, on social media, especially through photos, right? We have to remember ancient information here, right? That actually serves us. It serves our highest good. It's not a secret that, things or energy work or spell work, things can be done on your photos here. So what I'm hearing too is about these domestic violent relationships. Something about this energy, like this energy needing to die out or something like that. But it has a lot to do with transparency regarding relationships. Being transparent about anything that could fucking happen, right? What I'm hearing too is okay, so this is gonna be, I'm getting like messy ass messages, and I'm getting messages for the divine, but I'm getting like karmic messages too. So I guess it's just confirmation for like people in this karmic energy and how they're handling these children here. But what I was getting was enabling toxic relationships. These parents that's doing that, even parents who are secretly jealous. Look, that's why, look, sabotage. Parents who are secretly jealous of their own children here. Imbalance. So the root chakra symptoms, if there's an imbalance, it says imbalance in consumption, back issues, materialism, scarcity mentality, financial instability and stagnation. So materialism, because I done saw earth offerings too. So just like, you know, this whole thing that I'm creating too, or whatever, to reconnect children to nature here, or just understanding, look, I'm gonna just hold these two cards together, right? How this is all connected, how this is key. This is key, right? The offerings they give to earth, and not just, you know, buying fruits and then go take it to the river. I'm not talking about just those offerings, but offering your time and your energy to nature, and, you know, to those type of things too, right? In order to really get this abundance here. This is how you attract the abundance, right? From source itself. And meditation, pineal gland. But you know too, royalty. So something about Uranus. So this could be talking about, yeah, work. So Uranus represents work and technology. So definitely something with social media here. Just this disconnectedness, this inability to really connect with people because of this codependency to social media or something like that. So you know how most of us, you know, who grew up like before the 2000s, or we was born before the 2000s, like 90s, 80s, 70s, 50s, 60s, whatever, we were more socially interactive, or like engaging, like when we were younger, right? We will go outside, we will go do things together, or like you know, just activities together as a form of socializing and gaining friends naturally. That's what I'm getting, building friendships and relationships naturally, right? So boom, I got confirmation regarding this. Something I will always, I can speak from my own experience, right? But something I will always encourage anybody. I feel like it's better for you to meet your partner or whatever. Like with friends is different, but I feel like as far as your relationship, like your partnership and this, that, and the third, I feel like it's better to meet those people naturally. It's better to meet those people like in person or something like that, you know, opposed to this whole like virtual dating thing, because it's been out of hand. It's out of hand, right? And it's like, either, you know, be very transparent and clear with children about the potential dangers and this, that out there, or risk, you know, some risks. You know, I gotta say it because it happens to people. It's happening to people. Or risk something fucked up happening to your child, coming up missing. You know, somebody tricking them, somebody posing like there is something that they're not, and then when they meet up, there's something else, right? Something happens to them, right? Like just now, I'm channeling about these girls taking these trips like overseas, or flying overseas, or being flown out overseas, like for these Johns and these simps, or whatever the case may be, these predators here, and having things happen to them. So coming up missing and stuff. All right. So the plan was to, you know, go ahead and read like the collective energy or whatever messages for the collective, and then to go through each sign specifically. That was the plan, but I don't know, like it's kind of weird. Like it says, it sounds crazy, but it's true. Yeah, so heavy emphasis about the youth here. So I guess the people that's gonna watch this, you're like you're some type of youth advocate, or you're in some type of leadership pertaining to influencing or impacting the youth some way, somehow. And it's gonna have a lot to do with your words. It doesn't have to be you being a speaker. You could be a writer or something like that. All right, so we got shapeshifter, light attributes, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. So that's confirmation. This confirmation. So teaching them about shape-shifting energy, as well as how to shape-shift in a positive vibration. Shape-shifting in a positive vibration is basically adaptability, right? So how to be adaptable, you know, when things are changing around you. So priest reverse, right? So this is talking about, oh my God. It says violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So this is also talking about like these gurus, these priests, these people, these church officials, or these authorities here who are perverted, right? You know, I feel like too much of child molestation has happened. You know, this concept with a priest molesting like the children, like in the church, or little boys. This has happened too fucking much for nobody to be teaching their children, you know, how to see, or how to defend themselves, or how to speak up, or I don't know, but how to trust their instincts here, or to discern, tell their parents, like, so something about children needing to be made clear to children what a predator is, right? In all their forms, all the forms of predatory energy, right? Because if you have your children going to church, right, you bring them up in that kind of upbringing, and they're thinking, oh, everything's good, God, Jesus, everything's good here, right? I feel like that's very unwise to what I'm hearing is teaching children how to discern and identify false prophets. How to recognize unnatural, perverted energy. Or this is talking about parents, you know, just doing better with that, being more vigilant about these individuals here, instead of just going off their titles and their labels. Yeah, it said that that's happened way too much, way too much. So it's like, it just makes you feel like, okay, it's something that something missing, something socially that the children aren't being taught, right? That's almost like growing up in the Christian church, and you being made to believe that everybody that's a Christian or that come to church is, you know, good folk, they're trustworthy, right? And your parent, like, they just have like this one-sided, you know, perspective of that, because hey, at least the people are going to church, opposed to the people that's not. You know, people have like a very underdeveloped perception like that. Well, at least these people go to church. They don't. Those people don't. So they seem like they're worse off. I would rather my children be around the people that go to church than the people that don't. And that's stupid as hell. That's stupid as hell, because it be predators in church too. Obviously. Capricorn. So I know it's supposed to be a super moon, buck moon, and a Capricorn moon. Capricorn also is ruled by Saturn. It also represents the patriarch, right? The patriarchal energy. So the masculine energy, the father. Yeah, advocate. I'm speaking to youth advocates here. Or a father. Something to do with a father. I just got it out my mouth. And then we got judge. So something about fathers showing up or doing better with protecting their children here. It says inspires you to put compassion into action. And then we have talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit, right? So this is talking about this this restoration of tribal energy, village energy. It takes a village to raise a child. That type of energy. And we got visionary, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So this is talking about trusting your foresight. When you foresee things coming, or it you can basically sniff out, or it's, you know, you will be able to identify it. That's why the Most High said, before these things spring up, I shall tell you of them. Do we always take heed? No, we don't. Sometimes we need to be told again and again. right? Depending on just how much mercy you have, right? We got guide. It says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. So this is talking about the Most High being in you and you operating clearly through this energy. You have all of this energy that the Most High does for us. You have this within you, especially as it pertains to being an advocate here, a visionary for the youth, being a parent here, because we do have father. Right, guiding light and wisdom. You see the owl right next to this person, right? So even though something may have not happened yet, there are still things like, for example, you can get visions, have dreams, premonitions, inklings, insight. Like somebody can touch you, be like, oh yeah, your daughter is in good hands. Put their hand on your shoulder, and before you know it, you have a whole vision of this person, or you feel their aura, their frequency, right? So this is what this is talking about when it says using your vision, your visionary abilities as you guide and be this advocate here for children, right? And your parenting, or just in general. Once again, it takes a village to raise a child type of energy. It takes a village to raise a child. So that doesn't mean it has to be your biological child. It means that if you're in the vicinity, the proximity, and you can witness something happening. So this reminds me of the other day. Last week, I was on my way home, and I saw this little girl, this little Asian girl. I saw this little girl on a bicycle, just riding her bicycle and everything. And there was this car driving behind her slowly. And, I had to drive around the car because he was kind of just tailgating the little girl's like bicycle or whatever. And so it just felt really, it made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't know if, I don't know if she's learning how to bike, and because it was a big bike, so she couldn't have been learning. I don't know if she was learning how to bike and maybe it was her parent, just kind of trolling her, make sure she don't get hurt, because she was riding the bike on the road. Now I'm saying that because just like I just said, I went around the people. They could have easily drove around her, but they didn't. They were just telling her. So I was like, okay, well, maybe it's her parent or whatever, and they're just supervising her, protecting her, so nothing crazy happened. But I don't know. I felt uncomfortable. Once I got to the light at the end of the road, I turned my car. I turned around just to check on her and, surveil her and make sure she was okay. So this is talking about whether you have biological children or not. If you're in like the proximity or of a children or a youth, and you can conceive danger, this is talking about intervening, because another toxic trait that has befallen many people as a result of society is the bystander effect, right? People witnessing things and just kind of being disconnected or detached humanely, and even though people can put a stop to a situation, they choose not to. That kind of indifferent energy, because there was this girl who was murdered in Egypt at her school, and she was murdered on campus by a deranged ex-boyfriend, and he literally killed her because she denied his proposal. Everybody just sat there and watched him kill her, like stab her to death repetitively over and over again. Watch him run her down and everything. Nobody did a thing. Nobody did nothing. All those people there and that one man, nobody did nothing, right? So this is talking about moving away from that energy too, or you not fucking with that energy no more, period. You're not with that shit. So we got Don Juan reverse. It says using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas, right? So I don't know if this is a father that this is talking about or pertaining to, or a priest. Oh, I don't know why I just heard something about a Catholic priest, because they call them father. They call him father. Catholic priest. So something about a Catholic priest, or something about a priest here using the power of their romantic attraction for private agendas. Okay, so this is also confirmation. This is different, a different message here. So we going somewhere different. This is also, I got pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So this is talking about you embracing generating new thoughts that you've never heard anybody talk about before, or generating ideas, creativity, creations, that you've never seen anybody do before, or maybe reinventing something, doing it in a way that nobody has done it before. So this is talking about being open to new thoughts, right? Meaning that you may not have much evidence or whatever this is, or this download that you're receiving, you may not have like much physical evidence out there, because this has a lot to do with originality, right? This has more so to do with your individuality, what your soul is generating, what your soul is producing. So something about not allowing your mind to be overly filled with old thoughts or learned thoughts, or things that's truly deeply ingrained in you. This is talking about being open to new, fresh thoughts and ideas, right? But that's going to require needing to or practicing having a clear mind, or clearing your mind, right? An easy way to clear your mind is, okay, let's say you're meditating, right? Or you're just sitting. You sit yourself down in one spot. You can be standing, it doesn't matter. But you pick one thing to focus on about yourself or within yourself. Most people focus on their breath, right? You just focus on your breath. And literally while you're doing that, you'll notice your mind is clear, right? There was this show I had watched, and his mother was telling him, try to feel the sensation of your hand without touching your hand. Like, just meditate and try to feel the inside of your hand. I know that sounds crazy, but the shit works. Like, it literally clears your mind. So something like that, in order to generate new thoughts here, fresh thoughts here, from love, out of source here. That's why we have a heart here. All right. Firmness. So something about your light as well. Something about using your light to pioneer new paths here. Using this adaptability, your visionary, your advocacy. So something to do with advocacy. I'm even hearing what I'm hearing, we don't necessarily need churches. Now, let me be clear. I really need to be very, very clear with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that people need to have like kind of like an informal wise counsel type of thing regularly, like just in their families or in their village. Like, they need to have some type of arrangement here where high vibrational, fathers and mothers, can come together, and instead of relying on these priests here for your children to get like this moral receive like these morality lessons or whatever, these teachings here, which some of them get defiled or they defile them, or take some shit away, add some shit to it to fit their agenda, their private agendas here. So this is talking about taking more responsibility over the moral compass of the youth, or what's instilled in them morally or something like that. All right. We got saboteur. Not allowing these people or these so-called authorities to sabotage your children's heart chakra, their self-esteem. It says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. So this is talking about these individuals fearing empowering someone. So this is be talking about fake ass life coaches and shit too. But something about fearing empowering somebody because they feel like it's going to affect them negatively, or their productivity, or their finances, or I don't know, something that they've been benefiting on off the expense of children here or other people. It's like if you keep the children, or if you keep people stressed out or disconnected, keep the discord between families and this, that, and the third, it gives all these other businesses in society something to do. It keeps them in work. So this is talking about therapists. This is talking about psychiatric wards, hospitals, youth centers, schools. It really doesn't matter. Church. But these different organizations here who want to play mediator, right? Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. This came out reverse, right? They want to look. They want to play mediator, trying to act like they're playing mediator, but in actuality, they have inappropriate use of sensuality, right? Being lustful toward these children. And it says, or wanting to, not just being lustful with these children, but wanting to be like them or act like their age. They want it's like they want to immerse themselves in their energy. So it says inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power, right? Even though they're supposed to be selflessly devoted and single-mindedly dedicated to source and spirit here. Excess piety. All right. Where is that? Yeah, mediator. So we got mediator, femme fatale, reverse, and then monk nun. So this is definitely talking about false prophet. So gifts. A mediator is a person who has a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. And then the shadow attribute, because I'm being led to read it, it says, look, mentors. So I'm talking about spiritual coaches, a life coach or a guru or a priest or something like that. Therapist, counselor, I don't know. Teacher. It says negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Be very discerning with these individuals coming in with these offers concerning your children here. Something about playing both sides. So that's why that two-faced head ass came out. Yeah, playing both sides, acting like they're this Samaritan here. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. They prefer to ignore these people, but this is like an easy source of income for them, an easy source of supply. Yeah, because it says exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Yeah, so I'm picking up like a entitled energy too. It says hero, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Now I'm gonna share this with you because this is like another sidebar message, but it's source messages, right? I just heard something earlier today where it basically was saying how every time something, like whatever experience you go through or journey portion of your life where shit is just the absolute worst, you know, it really sucks, you know, like whatever, like experiencing the worst is an automatic sign or indicator that you're going to experience like the opposite of that extreme. So knowing that through all this bullshit that I'm experiencing, I'm going to experience some good ass shit too, right? So that's what I'm hearing about this climbing this mountain here, rescuing yourself, rescuing those who are being targeted to be misled here and be confused. Spiderweb magic. So social media. So this is talking about coven groups, spiritual coven groups, this, that, and the third. Like, just be mindful, bro. Some of these groups out here, it's an that's acting spiritual, or like they're giving astrological information or historical information. It's just a trap for energy harvesting. It's an energy harvesting ring. So you have to be very discerning. So I'm getting something about Gemini energy too, or a Virgo. So this is talking about magic or magician energy here. It says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So this is talking about having proper intimate unions with the youth or with our children here, to help them maintain symbolic purity of their hearts and their spirit, right? This is, you know, this is not like, oh, you're gonna be a virgin. It would be better for children to, you know, hold themselves longer, you know. So it's a matter of us. Look, it's a matter of the wisdom that we're instilling in them about this. So giving them a deeper understanding about it, opposed to them just thinking that it's just some type of restrictions and somebody trying to control them, right? Because that's the narrative that they have, right? It says light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character, right? Now, what's beautiful about this too, this reminds me of, first and foremost, the peacock feather. It looks like a peacock feather. So that nourishing matriarch energy. Yeah, then we got the moon, full moon, and water. So that's confirmation with the super moon, sacral chakra, because that came out too. So emotion, creativity, intuition, discernment, receptivity, right? So the shadow attributes of mentor is inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So that's why I said earlier, some of these parents impart false instruction intentionally. Some of us experience this through our parents or through adults, people who were older than us or whatever, imparting false instruction on purpose. And not just adults, but peers as well. So being mindful of peers who are secretly jealous and envious, and they intentionally try to get you involved in shit to try to like pull you down, pull down your energy, pull down your purity, pull down your sacredness, right? And we got addict. So these addicts helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attributes compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Excuse me. Teacher. So I'm definitely talking about teachers here, whether these are the divine teachers or the karmic ones, right? Because you literally have people who are teaching, fighting for your children's or fighting for the youth's like psyche, literally fighting for their soul, damsel, fighting to make people weak. It's like they're teaching things. That's why I said if words could kill. If words could kill. Then we have sabotage. And then right now I'm seeing two-faced head ass again, and then music to will harm. So this is talking about artists as well. Anybody who's in a place to influence children with their words, they should be reciting affirmations more. This is what we're supposed to be doing, right? This is how we should be talking to them. Instead of encouraging these curses here, it says curse of the divine feminine, obsession with beauty and acceptance, right? Imposters, fake, fraud, and mediocre. So be mindful. And then we got mimicking your essence. Be mindful of these imposters, the fake, the fraud, the mediocre, mimicking your essence in order to gain the trust of these children or the youth here. It says mimicking your essence, want to replace you and be you. So be mindful, because if you're divine, your child damn sure gonna be divine. It says you work for the divine, not humans. 9 to 5 my ass. So teaching them about true prosperity here, encouraging them to create wealth or generate wealth off their own talents and abilities here, or the things that they actually really want to do, and honoring that, respecting that, as long as it's aligned, right? It's aligned energy with their healthier selves, their higher selves, right? So making sure we're not promoting bullshit just because we do love them, we care, we don't want to hurt feelings. No, sometimes you're going to have to hurt feelings. And you know what's crazy about it though? Adults or parents will end up hurting the feelings of youth, not, you know, in a productive way, right? But to create emotional warfare and conflict here. It says attempting to arouse emotions, right? And for some of these people, this is out of jealousy, this is out of envy of their own children or just the youth or something like that. For other people, it's some type of control issues, unhealed stuff within themselves, or deriving their confidence or self-esteem from what they do for the child, or the child being dependent upon them or needed to rely on them for everything. So we got Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. But the thing about this, we got Fool right behind that. So avenging a fool. Hold on, let me see. Fearlessness, revealing emotion. So I just heard Aries energy. Fearlessness, revealing emotion. Literally. So needing to be. This is how you will avenge these children. Balance the scales of justice. By fearlessly revealing your emotion, right? Helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Then the shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. So no longer denying our emotional truth when interacting with the youth here or what we're telling them, or denying their emotional truths as well, because a lot of parents or a lot of adults do that, right? I remember the other day I was reading this girl who apparently committed suicide. I was reading her suicide letter, and she was like one of those people, like you could tell she was a sweetheart. She was very beautiful. But the way that she was describing her journey was how she's like always there for everybody. She's always there for everybody. She's always putting on like, you know, the strong face for everybody, this, that, and the third, right? But how like she just still feels alone or just don't feel like she's enough, right? So something about disregarding, no longer disregarding the emotional truth of one another, or definitely of the youth here, making them feel alone and isolated. So alchemizing this energy here, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And just teaching them how to recognize individuals who are misusing the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Yeah, so then Avenger, the shadow attribute of Avenger is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So that goes back to me talking about how people people have romanticized violence. Like these fighting videos and this, that, and the third. Or teaching their children to be violent or to get in these fights or to initiate fights here or something like that. Yeah, it's just talking about moving away from that. The times are different now. Your child can get shot the fuck up. Period. Period. There's people out here who are really hateful, who are severely jealous, who are regretful from their own life choices. You know when people say when a person ain't got shit to lose, they don't mind helping you lose everything. So this is also talking about being aware of adults who got problems with you or got issues with you or be acting finicky and funny with you around your children. So once again, this is talking about artists as well. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. So encouraging them, encouraging their art, their artistic gifts here. Or engaging in more artistic ways of communication and expression, opening up to make things more comfortable for people to express their emotional truth here. So even if games, like I just had a whole vision of like a kickback or like some type of family gathering. You know how people have how they have some card games, like charades and stuff like that. So getting creative with creating a space where people can express their emotional truth and confidence. So with courage here, that's why we had a courage card come out as well. All right, let's see. Look, we got overindulgence, excessive use of lashes, weed, fake nails, makeup is a curse. Then we got go more tribal, ignite tribal roots. So that village energy that's here right now, envy. That's the first one that came out. So be mindful of these people who are envious, like, oh my God, who are exiled, who are banned, right? These are people who are not allowed to come into like this kingdom here or some type of portal here. But this person is also holding pearls. That's what's all that always stands out to me in this card. This person is holding pearls here. So this could talk about, you know, when they say don't feed your pearls to swine, this is talking about people acting like that they got fake ass wisdom here, or some shit that they stole here to try to lure or attract an energy here, or like the youth. Yeah, because then we got action here. So something about the symbolic meaning of a horse as well. So something about a horse. Anyway, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, creating anxiety. So something about envious acts here. Taking envious acts here to create anxiety. Yep. The community. Community. So envy and anxiety regarding taking action or taking risk here. Risk taking regarding community or being sociable. But the thing about this community card too is how they're outside. There's fruit. There's instruments. So it's like a lot of art energy going on too. And we got 17 and 7. So something about the number 7 or 717177. Something about that number. And then 2018. Something about 2018. So this could, I don't know, something significant could be happening on July 17th. Then we got strategy. Rest and rejuvenation. This is one of the first cards that came out before I went live too, and I did a pre-pull. So something coming to a rest here. Something about DNA, something about the DNA. Some type of upgrade in the DNA. And then we have the deceit card. All right. What is this about? And then we got the sacral chakra. It's not a secret that there's so many different attacks that keep us like disturbed emotionally or blocked creatively, to doubt our intuition, our discernment, or people saying things or just being very charming and charismatic, like with the things that they say. Seductive speech here to make people go against their values or doubt their values, their beliefs, their intuition. So creating anxiety. So this is something about the community, something going on in the community. So this must be talking about these individuals being envious, strategizing to sow deceit and anxiety in the community. So this is also needing to take rest, like implement rest from social media, like within your families, or just encouraging this energy that people take breaks. Yeah, because it says stop doubting yourself out of blessings. So this is why there's this need here for rest and rejuvenation, because of this anxiety that is creating here. So whatever this doubt is literally a lie. Like it's a result of some type of spell or spiderweb magic. Spiderweb magic is like magic where it targets groups. So it's like doing binding spells on larger groups of people. Basically, that's what it is. It ties people. It's like sewing people or tying people's energy together without their permission or acknowledgement. And so whatever any of those individuals got going on within their energy, you can yeah, they're trying to mix these energies up. So like a melting pot of spiritual energy, like whether that's like truth energy or illusion. It says they smile in your face all the while they want to take your place. So this is an attempt to swap inheritances here, divine inheritance or blessings here. That's why they want to doubt you out of them. doubt you out of your own blessings, and then try to take them from you. So that's why we had watching you and stealing your shit. Yeah, because they can't get right. Can't get right. There was somebody from my hometown that was literally their nickname, so I don't know if there's some significance with that. So it says you deserve peace, not being angry, irritated, and sad. Wow. You know how when you're a child, there's like a kind of joy or contentment that you have that, you know, it takes a lot for that to be taken away in completion. Like, even if a child is feeling kind of like sad or burdened by an abusive parent, sometimes that child is likely to go on their own and find something like a toy or find a way to entertain themselves, distract themselves, you know, from the bullshit, right? So what I'm getting is like, it's like they're trying to steal away like the joy of youth much quicker. So it says seductive demons seduce with words and body to persuade. It says you are highly spiritually, you are set apart because you are highly spiritually ranked. Look, we got neglecting friends. So making sure these addictions don't get out of hand, that they neglect real friendships. And then it says bothered by your outdated energy. Outdated energy. Bothered by your unbotheredness. Sex orgy, sex ritual, sex magic for the win. Fake collaborations to undermine. Curse of the divine masculine. Imbalanced root chakra. So ego. Making sure, you know, they're not being guided by egoic individuals here. Because we got frequency warfare, noise, loud volumes, disturbed. So no, like, we should be speaking more about, or no, parents, fuck that. Parents do need to do better with what the hell they be letting their children listen to, because these goddamn TikToks getting out of fucking hand. But some of this shit that these children be playing when they be dancing to and acting like there are these fucking rappers, like they're imitating or reenacting like the rapper's video or some shit like that, like with the lyrics playing, and they saying all type of wild shit, bruh, in the lyrics, and parents being okay with that. Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Imitating an energy is the quickest way to embody that frequency or that energy. So while it might look all cute and shit like that, it says lacking self-confidence. While it might look all cute and like that, I want you to look into actors and actresses who had to embody some type of role in a movie or a film or some shit like that, right? And look, ignoring yourself. But I heard losing yourself. Think about those people who had like really, really dark roles, right? ROLES, where that shit really impacted them mentally, psychologically, and spiritually, and they had to take some time after that to fucking restore themselves, right? Because they literally conjured the frequency of the energy or whatever was attached to those individuals they were embodying, right? So it'd be all type of wild shit. Like, it'd be all type of wild shit in them damn lyrics that these children be making these videos to, and I just be like, I couldn't even say fart. I couldn't even say the word fart around my mama growing up. My mama ain't even like that. Like, she felt like that. She felt like that word was like a fucking, it was profane or something. So it says looks get old. What that subconscious do? Outdated thrills. All right. The divine ancestors are destroying these individuals doing this. And it says your beauty makes them feel insecure. You are sexy as fuck. So, like I said, definitely a lot of lustful energy behind children here. All right, use colors for alchemy, clothes, polish, hair, images, and candles. So these are things you can teach your children as well to help protect their energy, right? Abroad. It says your voice is your ticket to infinity and beyond. Get out of the past, change the narrative. You've passed. So this could be a person who's already got this, obtained this wisdom, this knowledge. This is what you impart in children or in the youth. People who look up to you. All right, it says a person who ain't got shit to lose will help you lose everything. I just said that. All right, it says hiding defeat and masking misery. So no longer hiding these defeats either. So I know that's an energy amongst adults or parents as well. They like to hide their defeats from people when in actuality is helpful. It's more helpful for you to share even that emotional truth. Because that be where the bulk of the wisdom be at, right? What the talks that the people need to hear, that the information that they need to get moving forward, like that true counsel and guidance, those uncomfortable conversations, right? So it says lack of healthy mental stimulation here. Got you talking too much, so putting too much information out there. It says reignite the utilization of runes. This is a way you can help as well. Earth is purging. And then we got stop giving second chances. Ego tripping, developing fantasies to feel superior, subconscious thoughts, habits, healing. So subconscious healing, healing the subconscious. Yeah, you will have a baby soon. This thing came out twice. You will inspire many. So this could also be a preparation for a new parent here, or I don't know. It says read, trust where you're guided. It's in a book. Lock your doors at all times. Completion is near. Biblical revelations. And Black Moon Lilith came out again. Clairsalience. So clear smelling. You can smell the bullshit. You can smell the bullshit. Alright. Let me see what time it is. Oh, I gotta go. Alright, y'all. This your girl, the Authentic Empress. I will see you guys next time. Hope you got some clarity from this.